This part 5, y'all. Fair use, fair use. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna even play this video no more. But fair use, y'all. But ultimately, Esau, the Roman Empire is doing the same thing how they doing in this age, right? And that age, they did the same thing that they're doing in this age. Just like, they're the same people as well. They got the same mentality and how they doing us. This just is a different time age, or just a different age of time. So like, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, because he's going to eat you out of, because that's what Esau did. He ate all of the things that were going to come into our city. He stopped all of those the imports of food that was coming into Jerusalem, as well as he didn't allow us to leave out. So all of the food that was left in the city, we consumed it all, and we became cannibalistic after not having food, right? So it says, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee, because he consumed, his army consumed all of the things that we had, right? And it says, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates. So in each point where we would leave out or come into our cities, he set up his camp there and of his army, and he didn't let anything come out or come in. And he took everything, right? So it says, until thy high and fenced walls come down, because that's eventually what happened, wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land, because our people had trust into these fortified walls that they set about that nobody would get in. But those same walls was the cause of a massacre to happen inside of our cities, right? And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, because he came and he intruded, and it says he besieged thee. This is the siege of Jerusalem, right? So, and it happened in 70 AD, but this is 70 CE, common era. This is just another word for saying common, the common era. But anyway, I'm gonna read. It says, the siege of Jerusalem in 70 CE was the decisive event of the first Jewish revolt against the Roman Empire, 66 to 73 CE. Roman forces led by Titus besieged the Jewish capital, the revolt's main stronghold, right? Because the capital was the main stronghold that they was trying to take down. And it says, after months of fighting, they breached the defenses, destroyed the second temple, and razed the city, killing, enslaving, or displacing much of its population. The city's fall marked the effective end of the revolt and had far-reaching political, religious, and cultural consequences, right? And this is what Yahweh Shah was trying to tell us in Matthew 24 that would happen. He was saying, let me go to Matthew 24. He was saying, when you see armies compassing you, then that's when you need to get out, right? Hold on, let me see. Such as it's lucky. I'm gonna go straight to it. But it's Matthew 24. Oh no. Well, this is Luke. This is Luke's account of it. So let me get it. All right. So here we go. Right here. This is the destruction of Jerusalem. This is Luke 21 and 20, and I'm gonna get it in Matthew as well. It's like Matthew 24. Oh, that's why, because I'm on this one. I bet I keep pressing the wrong one. Here it is. 15. It's verse 15. So let me get Luke 21 first. So this is Luke chapter 21. Start at 20 though. It says, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. And that's what we were finding out. Luke 21. Let's get it in the NLT. (21 and 20). And it says, and when you see Jerusalem is surrounded by armies, then you will know that the time of its destruction has arrived. Then those in Judea must flee to the hills. Those in Jerusalem must get out, and those out in the country should not return to the city. Because this was a prophecy Yahushua was trying to tell Israel, Jerusalem, that was going to come upon them because of the sins that they were committing there. And he was trying to turn them away from it, but they wouldn't listen. Right, so verse 22, for those will be days of Yahweh's vengeance, and the prophetic words of the scriptures will be fulfilled. How terrible it would be for pregnant women and for nursing mothers in those days. For there will be disaster in the land and great anger against this people. They will be killed by the sword or sent away as captives to all the nations of the world. And Jerusalem will be trampled down by the Gentiles until the period of the Gentiles come to an end. So this is how you know who these Gentiles are. The Gentiles are the other nations, right? This is just showing you right here. But the Gentiles that it's speaking about in the other passages is talking about the Israelites who were sent captives to all of the other nations of the world, because they're not going to no longer know that they are Israel. They have to be reintroduced into their heritage again. Right? It makes total sense, but it's just, those who have ears to hear will understand, and those who have eyes to see can see it. But it says, yeah. So let me go to Matthew 24 and 15 so I can read this. It says, therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing in the holy place, whoever reads, let him understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let him, because this is when they set up, they sacrificed on our altars swine and all of that, because they made it into the city, and they ended up getting to a certain part of the city from besieging it, and they sacrificed on our holy altars. They sacrificed swine and all of that, and that was this was the abomination of desolation, right? And it says standing in the holy place, because they were in Jerusalem while they were sacrificing these things on our altar, right? But it says, then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not go down to take anything out of the house, because if you were in your house, you needed to get the hell out of there. And it says, and let him who is in the field not go back to get his clothes, because whoever was out there working, you ain't need to go back and get nothing, because you wasn't going. If you was running in there, you wasn't making it back. All right. For there will be great tribulation, such as has not been since the beginning of the world until this time, no ever shall be. And this is going into Jacob's trouble. This is correlating to the same trouble that we're about to go into now, y'all. But with that, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Shalom, y'all. I know I had to cut this video a little bit short, but I had to do it in parts. YouTube has been trying to ban me, y'all. So just bear with me, y'all. And with that, on to the next one.